Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the studio. I am Tanish Fortson, your favorite virtual embroidery coach. Today's video is a work with me. So I'm going to show you guys how I navigate my orders and what it looks like when I get into my workflow. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start by cutting up some stabilizer and hooping a few items, getting them ready to go to the machines. So if you have ever wondered how I balance my creativity, I digitize my own orders. Everything that you see is custom to my shop only. So that just helps with potentially anyone who wants to copy your design. Unfortunately, we do see a lot of that, but you know, it happens. So that's why I like to, switch up my designs a lot and just kind of keep it fresh. So I'm using 3-ounce cutaway stabilizer. This is a little heavy for t-shirts, but the designs are a little stitch heavy, as with a lot of my designs. Tearaway and no-show mesh won't really work for these. I mean, it could, but they won't stitch at their best. This right here is 3-ounce soft cutaway stabilizer, probably one of my favorite stabilizers to use. And I get these very large rolls from United Thread, or you can also get them from All Stitch, I believe, as well. So this is a 100 yard by 28 yard. Am I saying that right? Not yards. It's, I actually don't know what it is. But I know that it's 28 inches. Oh, it's 28 by 100. I'm sorry, you guys. All right. So let me see. The big pieces like this are for the 11 by 13 mighty hoops. And then the smaller pieces, these are for the 8 by 13 mighty hoop. And I'm also going to cut up a little bit of solvay. You guys know on Facebook, if you don't follow me on my socials, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But on Facebook, oh my God, they be coming for me so bad on Facebook, because I'll use a piece of solvay on a t-shirt. I mean, like, they cut me up into pieces and then they throw me in the trenches with the solvay. I just never knew it was that serious. If someone has a certain way or they do things a little bit different in their embroidery business, let them be. Don't tear them to shreds. So, but it's fine. Like, I have very, very thick skin. I don't think anything anyone says can get me down like that, from the internet at least. We're gonna start off by hooping these 3 shirts. Let's do the 8 by 13. I have 3 of the 8 by 13 mighty hoops. I only have 2 machines, but at one point, like, I was so busy until I had to have the next shirt ready in order to keep up with orders. It was crazy. I was this close to ordering another machine, but if I order another machine, I don't have anywhere to put it in the studio, and then it will be too much rearranging. If you guys use my name, Tanish, you can get free shipping with your mighty hoop. I actually need to contact them for an affiliate link. I want you guys to let me know what type of videos you are into, because this page was created for you. I don't really plan on being selfish with the content or only putting up the kind of content that I want to put up. I want you guys to have a say so too, because it really helps me know what you guys want from me or what you want to see from me. So if you guys have any video ideas, please leave them below and let me know if you like this style of video where I'm just working in my studio, knocking out orders. Let me know if you enjoy more of the tutorial style videos that are planned and this is what we're doing, this is all we're doing, bam, bam, here's the final result. More of those type of videos, or it could even be like a mix of videos. I'm going to load these machines and get them going while I cut up my applique fabric and my HTV. So the first design we are putting on machine number 2. It's called Living That Loc Girl Soft Life. If you guys don't know, I have a trademark brand called Shoulda Loc'd Sooner, and it is a brand that is all about promoting positivity around locks, which is a hairstyle. So if you guys don't know what I have in my hair, they are called micro locks. So my brand is all about basically a hairstyle that promotes positivity around having hair locks, because I don't know if you guys know that in the past, having locks like these, they were looked at as, it's my heat press. They were looked at as not professional, not beautiful. They were looked at like dirty and just a whole bunch of, there was a whole negative connotation around hair locks. So my brand is all about the beauty and the positivity of having locks. So just making sure nothing's tucked. To change my active feed, I'm gonna run it at a 7 for a t-shirt. Sometimes for my t-shirt, if they are a heavier design, I have 3 ounce soft cutaway under here. Sometimes I will stick 1 sheet of tearaway under, depending on how dense the design is. I usually have pretty dense designs. And my other design is the head wrap lady. And I actually don't need this solvay because it's applique. Let's hit go. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it is time for the tack down stitch. But I have this solvay right here, so I'm just gonna rip this part right here off so it can applique. If I leave the solvay on, the heat and bond won't stick. I need something to break the solvay with. All right, and that's how it looks. I slowed my stitches down to about 800 stitches per minute. I made this was a wooden dowel rod, and I just sharpened the tip. I think I have a tutorial somewhere on my Instagram and TikTok channel. Before I start cutting the applique, I want to get another design hooped. And this is cute. It says, Living That Loc Girl Soft Life. So it's called Fresh Retie. I made it a habit of just always having the right thread color on. Like even if I change it, even though it's a similar color. All right, it's just 1 piece of premium tearaway. It is 1.8 ounces. My only thing is not to cut the shirt because I don't have another one. This was one of my favorite shirts, but it didn't sell as good as I thought it would sell. I made like several variations. So this, even though I thought it was bomb, it really didn't connect. I think this is good enough. This is a beaut, like she's gorgeous to me. I gotta show you guys the blue one too. And I have a silver one. So let's get this back to the machine. Tearaway underneath for extra stability. The satin stitch is pretty thick to cover the sequins. I'm gonna load these 2 more designs, and then I am going to put my kids to bed, and I will be back in here to finish embroidering. It's gonna be sort of a late night. All right. I need to find the next shirt to put on, but this, I need to pull the applique off. Let's load this back onto the machine And it's gonna do that satin stitch around the hair, the lips, and the earring. That's all that's left. So I did put a little bit of 505 spray on the back of this just so that it won't twist or turn as it's embroidering. This copper is beautiful. So I'm gonna get my little stick that I hold the fabric down with, and I'm gonna hold this one first. I just heard my machine going crazy, so I ran over there and I stopped it. And good thing I did, because it started embroidering the hoodie string. So I'm just cutting it off right now. And I'm gonna go back some stitches and all is well. So it's really important that you know the sounds that your machine makes, because you could clearly tell that something was wrong. That's why I ran over there. Because it was like, blah, 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 blah. Like literally that's the sound it was making. So I'm so glad I caught it, because I only have one 2XL hoodie. So always make sure your hoodie strings are out of the way. After these 2 shirts finish, I only have 2 more to do tonight. And then I need to go to the warehouse in the morning and get, I think, 3 shirts to add to this set that's going out, and then I'm done with orders for now. I'm gonna focus on the community for the next couple days. The community will be a great resource for other embroiderers. Like, I'm so excited about it. This is pretty. It's simple but beautiful. So with this design right here, I do add rhinestones to the earrings. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but I'm on my last 2 orders for tonight. It is close to midnight, so I'm extremely tired. But I gotta focus on this last one because we will be using this sequence fabric right here. The initials AM. This is going to go under the sequence. So I don't know how much I need to cut. I'm gonna do the tack down stitch first for the HTV. This lady found me on TikTok. She emailed me 2 times for this shirt. TikTok isn't my main platform, so I forgot to email her back or DM her back, and she had DM'd me again, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. But really nice lady. So if you don't know how to digitize, then I don't know what to tell you, because the way that I set this up is just like chef's kiss. When you digitize sequins, I couldn't use typical applique, the button, so I made my own form of applique. It stitches, when it's doing a satin stitch, it stitches as a whole versus like each individual letter. So let's get this cut. So I digitized these running stitches to tear HTV. It's like so beautiful when you can tear HTV from running stitches. This is not a satin stitch. This is a satin stitch right here, so I could just tear this away easily. But I could do the same thing with this running stitch. So now I am going to heat press this down. This step is important. HTV can stretch. I don't know if it's with all HTVs or the brand that I use, but I use Aviva Wholesale HTV. And I use Caesar HTV, but typically I go to the warehouse to buy my HTV, and it comes on a roll like this, and you get a lot. And it's about 40 bucks. I don't know how many yards, but it equals a lot. So this is my Cricut, and I don't know what size this is, but it fits in the 11 by 13 mighty hoop. It's a timer, and I put a little bit of pressure. Here's a weight. I'm just gonna sit this on here, let it do its thing. Make sure it's sticking 100%. You don't wanna put it back on the machine while it's still hot. You wanna let it cool. The machine just finished doing a 4mm 7-pass bean stitch. It's really pretty. So now I'm gonna get the placement stitch for the sequins. Accidentally cut the thread a little bit, but for the tack down stitch, you have to do, with sequins, you have to do it typically a little bit thicker than you usually do it for a tack down stitch, just because of the properties of sequins. It's like you're doing surgery when you're cutting sequins fabric. It is so difficult. My only goal is not to cut the shirt because I don't have any more of this sequins fabric, nor do I have another size large in this color. I'm just gonna try to get as much as I can because I do believe I did I don't remember the size satin stitch. It might've been, I hope it's at least 5mm. I don't know, if not, I'm gonna have to cut a little closer. All right, this is the last thing that I am stitching tonight. It is almost 12:30. I did put a piece of Solvay on top. I did slow my machine down to 700 stitches per minute. It's better to use a 9014 needle. I don't have that on right now. I really don't feel like changing it. The only way I put a 9014 needle on is if the needle that I have on now, which is a 7511 titanium ballpoint, if it breaks. I was running my machine before at 1100 stitches per minute. So this shirt right here is finished. I'm gonna clean the shirts now while this finishes stitching. All right, so while I'm cleaning these, I'm gonna keep my eye on the machine because, like I've been saying, there's no room for error because no more sequins. I don't have another blank in that color. So I'm just listening, looking over there. I have to make 3 or 4 more shirts with this batch, but I'm gonna go to the warehouse tomorrow in Houston. It's about 50 minutes away from me, so it's quite a drive and I really don't feel like going. I will take you guys with me. I just thought about that. I was gonna maybe end the video here. I'm not sure yet, but if I don't end the video, I will bring you guys along with me to the warehouse. This one is one of my favorite shirts. I need tweezers. I have to get up early tomorrow, get my kids ready for school. I have to go get blood work done. If you guys don't know, I do have tumors that I have to get removed. Praise the Lord, they are benign, so they are not cancerous tumors. However, they need to be removed. Oh, this is so beautiful. It says locked in 2022. I wish I had more machines so that I can move a little bit faster. This one says locked and loving it. I got a needle break. It's not uncommon. This is sequence, so it happens. And I knew that I needed a 90-14 needle, but I'm so tired. I tried to wing it. We gotta take this off. So we gotta cut the bobbin. Probably should have oiled the bobbin case because I've been stitching for a minute. So I am gonna go for I have an 80-12. These 90-14 are, oh, they're titanium too. So they are, I don't know if they're ballpark or ball point or sharp. It doesn't say, but here's the needles that I'm using for my sequins. Oh, I was so close to finishing. Anyways, front of the needle, back of the needle. Everyone should know the anatomy of a needle. I'm gonna reach under here and find my magnet for my Melco. For the Melco needles, it needs to be like 4 degrees to the right, which is next to impossible. It should be okay. It should be enough to finish this design. Go back to the machine. Where did it break at? Go back a few stitches. So I just cleaned this shirt. Turned out very, very nice. All right, and this is the last thing. I'm about to turn off my machines, shut down the studio because I need to get up in a few hours to get the girls ready for school. I think I need to schedule the mailman to come pick these up. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. She's gonna be happy. So a lot of glitter designs that I see, they don't look like this because a lot of people like glitter, but they don't know how to digitize for glitter. And I didn't either. I won't say made it up, but I had to think about the properties of sequence. I said glitter, but I was meaning to say sequence. If you think about the properties of it, you can digitize for whatever material that you want. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in my studio this evening. It is almost 1 a.m. so I am going to get to bed. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like this video and also subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Do not forget, check out my links below. I have links to my courses. We are working on the community for like-minded individuals. So if you are interested, just hit me up or send me a message. Follow me on my socials and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. I was so tired last night, I did not get a chance to show you guys some of the finished shirts, as well as myself bagging some of them up. But here are a few. Those are 3 that I still need to work on, and these are just some of the shirts that went out the following day. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you in my next video.